Edmonton playing back into Colorado at the Pepsi Center.
Colorado, an embarrassing loss.
Yeah.
Not just like a loss.
Yeah.
They got the snot kicked out of them in that first game.
Yeah.
Now, whether they're going to come back or not, but it's the Pepsi Center, biggest crowds in the league. I'm picking Colorado in this one by that much.
Me too. And as much as I looked at it after I made my picks, I really don't like taking Edmonton to go 0-2 on the weekend.
No.
But they're on the road for two very tough games, two Western Division games, and I'm going to take Colorado just based on that last loss. I think they have to come back with a bit of a vengeance, and I think they're going to do just that. What I think is going to be the game of the week.
Yep, we both agree on this one.
Buffalo Bandits going into Minnesota to take on the Swarm. Both teams undefeated and an Eastern battle.
Yes, and once again, Minnesota, a real box lacrosse style team against it. This is exciting ball, man.
Yeah.
This is what you got to pay your $20 to go see, because this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys that know each other from the Ontario League and the Western League. It's going to be a hard-fought affair. And let's hope they put some good referees in that one.
Who are you taking?
Buffalo.
I agree. I'm taking Buffalo, but I'm very, very cautiously taking Buffalo. I think Buffalo's the better team, but Minnesota at home does scare me a little. I'm taking Buffalo, but I'm not going to be shocked if Minnesota comes out on top on that one. And the last game of the weekend, San Jose going into Calgary.
The Roughnecks.
Yeah. I agree with that as well. Until they show some weakness, until they show that they can't win, until they slow down, so to speak, because I was blown away by their speed last week, I got to stick with Calgary as well.
Yeah.
So that's our picks. We'll put them up on the site. As I mentioned earlier, everybody out there, grab your picks, throw them up on the site. We'll include you in the list and have some fun with this. So you had something you wanted to talk briefly about, a little bit of the refereeing.
Well, last week...
And I will say, I think I said something like this last year.
Touched on it last year. One of the inconsistencies, I think, in the National Lacrosse League is the officiating from city to city. Last Saturday night in Toronto, we had an all-Canadian ref crew, all OLA crew. Maybe people are saying, oh, you're a homer messer.
You are.
We got Bill Fox, who I think is the best referee in the league, Mark Gardonio, and the new up-and-comer Jason Wiswell, his first year in the National Lacrosse League, did a terrific job. They let the teams play the game, but at the end, I believe Calgary had 8 minutes, the Rock had 6 minutes in penalties, a little bit of pushing and shoving, but they let the guys play the game, a little pushing and shoving, let it go, send them to their benches.
And it didn't get out of hand.
No, they sent them on their way. Now, flash forward to San Jose and Rochester, and I was embarrassed because I got watching three men on the floor who were marginally in control of the game, and this being the pro game, a lot of this is about image. These guys were, I'm sorry gentlemen, you're not in shape. Excuse me.
I might take offense to this comment here.
Well,
but I'm not a ref.
Well, yeah, but these guys weren't in shape, and I think that had a lot to do with the way they called the game. You could see them. A sign of a referee losing control, Gary, as you know, is a guy who's got a look on his face like he's angry when he's running to the box to signal what the call is. These guys were angry all the time when they're coming to the box. They're angry when they go into a scrum with guys together. And to me, that doesn't allow you to use your judgment properly.
Right.
And once again, these guys, I think, came from the field game. They're not used to the rough and tough stuff, the stuff that cutting through the middle, you get boxed across. And basically, I believe they ruined the game. And I saw this same referee crew ruin a game last year where everybody walked away from the Air Canada Center going, what in the name of goodness just went on?
Yeah.
The guy, you couldn't sneeze and you're in the box.
Yeah.
So that's my rant for this week is new commissioner of the NLL, whoever you're going to be, the interim guy, let's get you to recruit some more people through the box game, because basically that's what you're playing. You're not playing field lacrosse, you're playing box lacrosse, and it's a tougher game, because it's a smaller confines and inside of an arena than the outdoor game.
And I will say, I briefly watched a few minutes of that game last week. I didn't really see that, but I was going to comment in the coming weeks that so far this season, I've been actually a little bit impressed with the refereeing. having said that, I've been to Buffalo and I've been to the Toronto games, and I don't know if it's just because of where we are geographically located and why we get certain refs that we do. But I was actually prepared to comment this year that I thought the refereeing was a lot better than it was last year. So, I mean, down in Southern California, I mean, maybe they can't get guys to go to those games or whatever, or guys are field refs. But I thought on the whole, from what I've seen so far in the games I've attended, I've been pretty impressed.
Yeah, but getting back to what you say, maybe it is a geographical thing where you've got the three guys I just spoke about. They're all within a car ride of downtown,
right.
So they're not going to cost the league that much, rather than take that crew and fly them to San Jose,
sure,
and at a huge cost. And the National Lacrosse League is not a top money earning league yet. They still have to watch their dimes and their nickels.
Sure.
And this could be a reason too. And I apologize a little bit for that for my comment maybe, but that maybe could be the underlying reason.
Yeah.
But at least maybe pay for one guy to go and be the crew chief.
Yeah.
And impart his experience to these guys, because I have to ruin the game.
Okay, we're going to leave you with another announcement. For those that I'm on Facebook all the time, and I've been telling a lot of people there's a whole slew of LITG announcements coming out. I'm going to reveal one right now. We have, as I mentioned earlier, we've got Tom Frank in Calgary. Tom's a good friend of mine. He's originally from Whitby here, living in Calgary. He is now working for us as the reporter on all the Roughneck home games. And I've been kind of searching, trying to find some people to do other games in other cities, obviously that we can't yet. And a fan favorite, a former fan favorite of the Toronto Rock here, and I know a friend of yours, and now a friend of mine on Facebook, Bruce Barker.
Yes.
None other than the Barker man himself. He is the voice for the Edmonton Rush.
That's right.
And I spoke with him earlier this week, and he has committed. He is now going to start doing the reports for us, the post-game reports, write-ups, for the Edmonton Rush home games. So look for that in the coming weeks. Barker's going to be writing up a report, sending it off to me. I'll be throwing it up on the site. And again, it's one of those things where you can go read the stat line, and as I'd say to everybody, anybody can read the stat line, but if you want to really know what went on into the game, you need to see a story from someone's view of the game. And I know where he sits in the arena, right in the penalty box. There's nobody that's going to be better at an Edmonton Rush game.
Yeah, and Brucey's right into it. He gets, when he was with the Rock, he knew all the players. He interpersonal relationship with that, and he was great. It's when he did his radio reports on Q107, he was the only guy doing lacrosse reports on radio in the Toronto area, and you can always count on Barks. So hey, Barks, I hope you're going to watch this and you see it. I just want to, maybe I can say something. Bruce, I'm going to be sitting in your seat, your old seat at the ACC on February the 7th. I get my big crack at being a PA announcer for the Toronto Rock when they face the Edmonton Rush February the 7th at 3:30 in the afternoon. And I'm really excited about it. And thanks to all the Rock organization, Terry Workman and Brad Waters for giving me this chance.
That was actually announcement number 2, but that's okay. And I just wanted to congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
You know what? I've heard this guy announce at the Green Gales games. I've heard you announce at Redmond games. You know what? I don't want to look at this as an audition for you, but once the fans of Toronto hear you, I'm sure they're going to fall in love with your voice.
Thank you, Gary.
And as a lot of people say to me when they watch these, even on this cheesy little camcorder I've got, man, that guy's got quite a voice. So Rock fans, when you see the game on February 7th, he's going to be getting you into the game. He's going to be doing his best to get you going.
Yep.
Listen up, get off your hands, and let's get excited at Toronto.
And have some fun.
Yeah.
That's the way
I know you're gonna.
I will. That's what I hope everybody gets that from me, is have some fun at these games, because that's what you go for. You go to see and be entertained, and I'm gonna do my best along with the rest of the game ops crew there to bring that to you.
Right on. So that's gonna wrap it up for this week. On behalf of Ron Messer, you got a new slogan, or are you gonna use the old one?
No, just maybe I should just go back a little bit. Go to a lacrosse game this week. Have fun, enjoy yourself, take your best girl, take mom, take dad, take the kids. It is a good experience, and it's very affordable. And I don't know, I've been going to sports events my whole life, and I've never had as much fun as when I go to a National Lacrosse game.
My name is Gary Mark. Stay safe, be good, keep your stick in the air.